Welcome everybody. LevelMDiecast, super awesome show today. We have a very cool diecast haul today, super special edition. Nothing but Majorette here on this haul. We should be filling up the whole display in the back. Should be enough to fill that whole thing up. Yes, we have a epic haul. This is my trade box from Australia. We're going to go through everything. I've had these for a little bit. I've waited off on cracking open all of these or doing anything because the box I sent to Jackson down there took a bazillion years to get there because the United States Postal Service is terrible. They're just terrible. So anyways, let's get into this. Thank you, Jackson, for everything. Always a good trade partner. I think we're going on year 7 years or something like that. We've been trading back and forth. That's pretty much where I get every single Majorette I have. So let's get into it. Leipzig, the Porsche Experience Center in Leipzig. This is your 911 Carrera RS 2.7. It is 11 Australian dollars, which is roughly about $7 or so US. That's a pretty expensive piece for what it is, but it is exclusive, obviously. So obviously this one was available in Australia, even though it's for the Porsche Experience Center in Leipzig. There is our Carrera. Now this is not a new casting. It's been around for a little bit, been in a couple other decos. This one looks pretty nice. It does have roll riders on there. It does have suspension, although there's just no room for the wheel travel. The Fuchs wheels on there look good. It's not necessarily for the Porsche, but clearly it looks really good on the Porsche. Lens headlights, as you'd expect, one single side mirror off the side. Carrera print on there. The rear deets look pretty good. So it's a mass-produced item, so it's not going to be super crisp. It's not necessarily meant to be like a Hot Wheels premium or anything. And then it does have an opening hatch in the back. A little bit of engine detail in there. Looks good. Nothing particular with the base deets. There we go, base deets. 1/56th scale, so we'll put that up there. Like I said, we should be filling up. I do think we're going to fill up this whole thing. We have all kinds of random stuff. All right, I am a big fan of the Toyota Hiace. I really like the Toyota Hiace. Definitely one of my quirkiest vans I love, for sure. This one is for Andrews Airport parking. Yes, because Majorette does all kinds of promo stuff, although they don't do it here in the U.S. at all. But they do this one. This one is partially already kind of done up. No big deal. Nothing particularly fancy on the back, but there is a Hiace right there. It looks pretty good. Obviously from Australia. $8 US, or I'm sorry, $8 Australian. It's about $5, 5-ish, $4.50, $5 for a Majorette. That's a pretty average price for most of the stuff that I get. So Andrews Airport parking, nothing particularly fancy. Does have suspension. Does have some interesting wheels on there. They look good. Lens headlights, as you'd expect. Hiace is not a new cast. It's been around for a little bit. Pretty straightforward, but the details look pretty good. Prints are nice on it as well. So this one is pretty straightforward. No moving parts, no nothing like that. And then 1/69th scale. So we'll put this guy maybe right here. We're just gonna be random today. It's gonna be random. So I like being random. All right, Streetcars line. This is their most budgeted line. This is the lowest line for Majorettes, which I think these could easily thrive here in the U.S. for $199 or $299 a piece. They would thrive. They would sell like hotcakes. But this one was $5 in Australia. Probably got this at a trade show, probably. So that's about the average price that you'd expect to pay for one of these models. About $5 Australian, which is very fair. This is the Hilux. The Hilux does not have any moving opening features, but they still do have the lensed headlights, which looks really good. And they still have suspension. So, and they still have all the great Tampo details. So the streetcar line, although it's their lowest budgeted one, it basically the only thing it doesn't have is moving parts. That's pretty much it. Hilux on the back. Hilux Revo is the trim. Looks pretty good. Details are pretty nice. This is a older casting. It's been around for quite some time. 1/58th scale. I'm always digging this one. They also make a shell for it, which is pretty nice too. So I guess we'll put a Toyota with a Toyota. All right, one of the things Majorette has been doing over the years is they're just coming out with just massive amounts of wheels. This is the newest color for this Ford Focus ST. Yes, this is a Ford Focus ST. The wheels are actually pretty nice. I actually kind of like that wheel. The wheel looks pretty good. Again, it still has suspension on there. Details on the back, pretty straightforward. There's your ST logo. Hook assembly. A lot of Majorettes are hook assemblies, so there's usually only one rivet spot. So that also probably cuts down on production costs. Prints on the front look fantastic. I mean, that Ford symbol is perfect. Perfect. This is, I believe this is a newer casting. I don't think this is a brand new casting, but I'm fairly certain this is a newer casting. So Looks pretty good. 1/60th scale on zip focus. So focus is a little bit on the bigger side, but that's okay. You know, Majorette's a little bit like Tomica. They kind of make it to fit in the package. This is the, this is another color. Oh, look at that. Another color for the ST. So I'll get this cracked out of here. I do believe this is probably the previous version. Previous one in green. Looks pretty good, though. I like green as the color. Definitely gives off, like, Escape or, like, Fusion vibes as far as US is concerned. We did not get this version of the Focus in the US, so this is clearly not for US market per se, but it still looks pretty decent. That's a good wheel. I think that wheel looks pretty good. It's a good model. Obviously, clearly the blue one's better, but it still looks pretty good. Put it on the bottom. We'll put that guy on the bottom. All right, Japan series. This is a newer color for the Supra, the Mark IV Supra. There's a bunch of different models in the Japanese series, and they're coming out with new ones. Like this stuff would sell like hotcakes in the US. 10 Australian dollars, so about the price of a premium. And I think that they would sell. I honestly do. I think that these would sell just fine here. Graphite gray, full prints on it. Looks very, very good. Taillight prints on it is really nice as well. Digging details on there. It's what a symbol. The wing is metal. It's part of the casting. It's a pretty good model. This one does have an opening hood or a removable hood, one of the two, I think. So, see if I can get it open. It's supposed to have an opening hood. Maybe this one doesn't. Maybe it's a budgeted version. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. Maybe it just comes off. Remember. I don't remember my other Supras. Let me see if I can get the hood open real quick. That is literally the tightest opening hood ever. I mean, this thing was just super, super in there. And that's as far as it wants to open. But yes, the hood does open. There is your 2JZ down in there. Looks pretty good. That hood was super, super stiff. I didn't even think I was going to be able to get it open. It's probably good now. Yeah, see, of course, once you get it to move once, it's pretty straightforward. Lensed headlights, as we saw, looks pretty good. There's a Toyota symbol on the front. And then your deets on the side. This one is 1/60th scale as well. And, of course, it does have suspension. So, it's good. And it's a good, decent-sized casting. It's not huge, but it's decent. So, we'll put some more Toy Jotas over there. How about we do some racing cars? Yes, how about we do some racing cars? $10 again. Pretty straightforward. About the price of a premium. This one is the Alfa Romeo Tonale. Yes, in race ridiculousness. Now, the race ones, in case you guys have been living under a rock, or not the race ones, just pretty much everything Majorette. They come with these little cards. They give you some information on the model itself. Clearly, that's not meant for the U.S. market. Clearly, it's all in metric measurements. But, you know, just a little cool, like, collector thing. 4-cylinder engine on this particular one. So, throw that to the side. Get our Tonale out of here. It's not going to be exactly super, super popular, but I think the deco looks super cool. I think that just kind of Alfa Romeo kind of racing deco on it looks good. Black painted roof. Suspension as you'd expect. Lensed headlights as you'd expect from Majorette. The Alfa logo on the front looks good, although it's a little bit off-center on the print, but that's fine. Details on the back says Tonale. This is basically a Dodge Hornet. So we get a Hornet here in the U.S. It's the same platform. So doors open on this particular one, and then there's the base deets. This one happens to be 159 scale, so they're all relatively close to scale. We'll put the Alpha way over here by himself. He's kind of in timeout. You know, it's just the way it is. Suzuki Swift Sport. This one is a pretty cool deco on it, but this is a pretty bland model. No moving features, no nothing. It doesn't even have it does have suspension. So I didn't think it had suspension. Deco on the side looks pretty good. I mean, it's supposed to be like a race car, so it's got racing car kind of details on it. Suzuki symbol on the front looks decent. Number 30 is the unit number. Unfortunately, the paint is kind of bled through the black on the top, which is certainly unfortunate. And then I thought maybe there might be some type of pattern in that red stitching kind of look, but it's kind of interesting. And then on the back it just says Suzuki Swift, taillights done up. Again, a hook assembly model. It's okay. And this particular one is 1/56th scale. So it's fine. It's fine. All that matters is that I didn't have it and now I have it. I really don't. I'm not picky when it comes to Majorette. If I don't have it, I want it. Period. All right. They do premium models though as well in the racing cars lines. Obviously, we saw it with the Alpha. This one's a little bit more straightforward though. This is a fake Gulf deco on your F-150 Raptor. Yes, it's not a Raptor. They call it a Raptor. And that is at the okay of the Ford Motor Company. It's fine. It's not a Raptor, but it's fine. The wheels are fantastic though. I really like those wheels. The wheels look really good. The orange ring looks good. So this model actually has a couple different pieces in it. So these orange over fenders are plastic, but you can see they're not the interior. The interior is black. So actually has a couple of different pieces in here to make up this model. Details in the front, got Ford printed on there. The print's a little bit off, the embossment on there, but that's fine. Number 7, of course, it's in true Gulf colors, although you don't see Gulf anywhere on there, because of course you don't. Ford on the back, taillights done up, does say Raptor. And of course, it does have really nice suspension, and of course, since it's a premium model, it does have opening doors. Some of them open more than others, but their interiors look really good. I mean, it looks really good. Like a real interior should. There's our base deets on this particular guy. 1/74 scale. Obviously, this one is way off scale because it's a big model, so it needs to be a little bit skewed. All right, we're gonna do a whole bunch of vintage. Yes, we got a bunch of vintage. There's a bunch of brand spanking new castings in here. Really excited. Fiat 500D. Speaking of brand spanking new, so we're gonna pull this little guy out of there. Obviously, everybody knows how small a Fiat is, but they make it fit in the package. Still has suspension. This wheel is fine. It really depends on the model, how well that wheel looks. That is a separate piece there on the top for the open top. You could remove this, but there's no point. This is exactly how it should look. Although you can't, make it close or anything. It's not a convertible. It's just it's open in the top, but it is a separate piece. And then a little bit of print on the back right there. Looks good. And then taillights done up. This is a pretty good model. Has a opening hood. The only thing you can really see in there is maybe like a radiator reservoir or something. Kind of interesting. I don't know. It's just weird. So it's almost kind of pointless to have that opening hood. But Majorette doesn't care. They still want to have a moving feature on it. So they do it. Fiat logo on the front. Lensed headlights as per usual. And we'll flip this around the correct way. They did add Majorette.com to the base, which is very cool. Very cool. This one is not scaled. So they did not print the scale of the 500 because it's probably going to be its own special scale, which is fine. So we'll put our 500 right there. All right, yes, finally a regular deco for the 240 GL Estate. Now, there have been other decos for this casting, but here in the U.S., I think we only got the 60th anniversary 5-pack one, maybe. I don't remember. But regardless, we certainly didn't get this one. So I'm really, really happy to get this one. This one looks really good. This is another newer wheel. And I think this wheel fits the Volvo very, very good. Of course, still has the suspension on there. Still has the lensed headlights, which look fantastic. Prints are good. Taillights done up, look very, very nice. Volvo 240 GL. I'm digging it. A little exhaust out the back. It's cool. And then as you guys saw, it does have opening doors. The doors are small on the car, but they do open up pretty good. But when you go to open them up, the doors are pretty small by comparison. Suspension, and then there is the base deets. This one is 1/59th scale. This one's really good. I really, really like this one a lot. This one's, as a matter of fact, I really like this one, so I want to put that one in the middle because I really like that one. Someone looks really, really good. All right, another vintage one. This is your Datsun 260Z. This was also in the 60th anniversary line. So this is not the first deco. Although this is definitely the best deco for this model so far. There is our 260Z. Again, with another new wheel. This is kind of the deeper lace wheel. That wheel looks really, really, really good on just pretty much everything they put it on. It's a really, really nice wheel. Taillights done up, look very, very nice. Again, another hook assembly model. It does have pieces for the bumpers. The front and rear bumpers are separate pieces. which is a very, very nice addition. Of course, you do have your print on the top. It does say Datsun 260Z. Very, very cool. Details on this side. The headlights are lensed as you'd expect. And then there is your Datsun logo on the top of the hood. Get my grubby fingerprints off of there. There we go. This is right-hand drive, which is very, very cool. Very, very cool to get the right-hand drive. The doors open, gigantically huge. Interior looks pretty good. It's a pretty good model. Pretty good model. Base seats right here. This is 1/53rd scale. Of course, still has suspension. Just doesn't have a whole lot of a movement to the wheels or anything like that. So we'll put our dots in right there. Renault Clio 16S. This one was also in the anniversary series. No, this one was in that maybe the graffiti limited graffiti pack. Maybe, I don't know. This one in solid black is pretty good. This is probably one of the better decos. There haven't been too many decos of this particular casting. Oh, you know what we saw this in? Was the 90s. The 90s 5-pack. That's what it was. So yes, even though this is a 90s car, it is considered vintage. It is of course vintage. The hood scoop that you see there on the hood is actually opened. So you can see through that, which is pretty nice. Headlights are lensed. Crazy glare with the black, so I do apologize. But nice, cool little hatchback. And then there's the deets in the back. It says Renault Clio. Hook assembly, again, giant opening doors. Interior looks pretty good. It's actually got an actual steering wheel and shifters and stuff like that in there. I wish Mattel would take a page out of that book and actually make decent interiors. 1/53rd scale on this one, and of course still has suspension. So, and we've seen that wheel before, so nothing particularly fancy with that particular wheel. So throw that up there. All right, brand spanking new casting. I do think this is the first release of this one. I think Ford Escort Mark II. Very, very cool. 1800. Very cool to get this one. Really stoked about this one. So get this one cracked. There we go. The deco on the side looks really good. I just like the triple blue. Just looks really, really nice. The wheels, though, are by far the show. Another brand new wheel. I mean, Majorette has probably made 20 new wheels in the last 5 or 6 years. Just unreal. Unreal the amount of new wheels they've come out with. Escort on the back. Ford symbol looks pretty good. Pretty basic for the taillights. Extra pieces for the bumpers. There's a roll cage inside. That is pretty cool. Definitely digging that. Details on the front. Lensed headlights again. Ford symbol on the front looks good. Very, very cool. This is very, very cool. The wheels, though. The wheels are the best part. There is your interior. It's left-hand drive on this particular one. The wheels are just crazy. The wheels are so good. It looks so good. And then there is our base deets. This one is 1/55th scale. Of course, all made in Thailand. So we'll put Ford with Ford. Good old Ford. Although those two Fords are from completely opposite spectrums of the stable. Completely different. All right, last vintage model I have right here. Porsche 934 in a light blue with some gold 6-spoke wheels on there. So this casting's been used extensively over the last few years. I think that I have probably 10 different versions of this casting, and I don't even have all of them. But this one just in blue color looks good. The 6-spoke wheel is very, very nice. I do like that wheel. Looks good. And looks good with the gold. Not too shabby. Details in the back does say Porsche. Again, hook assembly model. Digging it. Lens headlights as usual. Porsche logo on the front. It's pretty nice. Opening doors. This is a premium model. There's your opening doors. It's pretty... The interior on this one's not that great. I mean, look at the seat bottom. Like, what is up with the seat bottoms? That's just weird. It's just weird. Base seats right there, 1/57th scale. So, super suspension on this one, though. It works really, really good. So, we'll put our Porsche with our Porsche. Let's see. Let's move on to limited edition. Limited edition number 11. Now, we did get a 5-pack of limited edition here in the U.S., but these are going to be the models that are not included in that 5-pack. So there's a 6-pack release, there's the 5-pack release, then there's a multi-pack. So overall, I think there's like maybe 8 or 9 models total for a limited edition release. So Renault Megane RS. This is one that was not in the 5-pack. So we're adding this one. There is the graffiti deco on the side. It says Majorette. It's got RS up in the corner. The wheel is pretty nice on this one. This is a really good casting too, although I'm not a huge fan of this car. I'm not a fan of Renaults just in general, but that's fine. They're not sold in the U.S., so I guess I don't really need to be a fan of them. But details in the back says Megane. The taillights are pretty good. It does have a separate piece added on there for the window for the hatch. And of course the hatch opens up very, very nicely. It looks good. There we go. Hook assembly on this guy as well. And then base deets right here. This one is 1/63rd scale, so it's close. It's close to 1/43rd or 1/64 scale, but not quite there. But it is close. There we go. Next one up, the Toyota Hiace Supra. Yes, the new Supra. This one looks pretty good. It's very it's got a very, you know, like anime vibe to it, you know, which is fine, and that's mainly just because like the offset color wheels and stuff. Another new wheel. I don't think we've seen that wheel. This is the giant lace wheel. And this looks good on certain models. I'm not a fan of it on this one. It's a very big wheel because there's really no like sidewall for the tire. So it does look good on some models. This one I would say is probably not a good one. Toyota symbol on the front as well. When you look at it like that, it looks just like just a basic blue Supra. Until you move it to the side, and then of course it's like fireworks going off and just all kinds of color in your face. I like the decorate on the side. The decoration on the side looks pretty good. It says 3.0 in the back. Maybe it's the engine displacement, maybe. And then there's your deets on the back, just Toyota symbol, and of course your GR logo. It's all right. It's all right. This particular one is 1/56th scale. Still has suspension on it. I'm just not. It's the wheels. Like it's the wheels. The wheels kill it for me on that one. The deco's fine. It's the wheels. It's just the wheels. All right, last one we have from the limited edition Series 11. This, of course, is the Hummer EV in purple, which is very interesting, very, very different. And it's like a really nice satin finish to it. It looks actually really, really good. As you can see, it does have an opening front trunk, which looks good. Details on the front says Hummer, all that good stuff like that. Details on the base uses the same off-road wheel that we saw on that Raptor. That's not a Raptor. Suspension on this one as well. Majorette. Kind of cool. A little bit different. Details on the back looks really nice. It says Hummer EV by GMC. This one also has a removable top. So you take that off and you do have the full open top luxury of the Hummer EV, which is very, very cool to have that extra little bit to kind of give some flavor to the model. And then there's your base deets. 1/70th scale. Obviously, the Hummer EV in real life is absolutely massive. It is an absolutely enormous vehicle. So put that one up at the top. All right, brand spanking new casting Jeep Wrangler 4xe as we move into just regular premium cars. Wrangler 4xe, brand new casting right here. This one in red. Very exciting for this one. There we go. There is our 4xe, which of course is the plug-in hybrid version of the Wrangler. That's why it has all the blue bits surrounding the Rubicon, and of course it says 4xe on the hood. Details in the front look good with your 7 slats, and then of course your lensed headlights, which very, very nice. We have not seen that off-road yet off-road wheel yet, but that one's been around for a while. And of course you got really nice suspension, which is always good. Trailer hitch on this one. Taillights are not done up because I guess the model's already red, but they did do a little 4xe back there in the back. And a little bit of print for the fuel cap. This does not have an opening top or removable top or anything like that, which is kind of interesting. But it does have opening doors. So we'll take the opening doors. Of course, the spare tire on back is extra. It's actually a pretty good casting. I think they did a good job. Really, really good job. Base deets right there. Does it have the scaling? Oh, this one doesn't have the scaling either. That's very interesting. Maybe they're just going to leave off the scaling moving forward because I guess technically it doesn't particularly matter. Although I do like to point that out to you guys because I think it's different. Oh, yes. The brand spanking new Toyota Tacoma TRD Pro. Yes, pretty much everybody makes this now. The new Taco is very popular Very, very popular. Now, the Matchbox one is okay. Obviously, this is a completely different price point, so can't really compare those. I don't think that's very fair. This is a very, very nice wheel. It is the exact same wheel that the Volvo had, but just does not have any prints on it, and I think it works really good for the Taco. Does have suspension, still has suspension, although there's really not very much wheel travel on the Taco. The headlights are pretty small on the new Tacoma, and they transferred that to the model pretty well. It says Toyota on the front. A little bit of print on the top of the hood. And there is the base deets, or I'm sorry, these details from the other side. And the Tacoma is embossed in the back. TRD Pro 4x4 tail lights look good. Tow hitch on it. Very nice. They put a tow hitch on it. And then as we slip it around, now we can see the base deets. See, this one obviously doesn't have, also doesn't have the scaling anymore. So guess they're getting away from that, which is unfortunate. This is a really good casting. It looks really, really, really good. But again, this is a completely different price point from Hot Wheels or Matchbox. But that is a really, really good casting. What is also probably going to be a really good casting is this brand spanking new one right here, the Volkswagen ID Buzz. Yes, brand spanking new casting. Now, Matchbox is going to drop this in moving parts this year. Did preview that at the gathering, and it works pretty good. The Matchbox one will have this side door moving because that's the way it sits in the package. So just FYI, it does not have two opening doors, unfortunately. It's just one as far as the Matchbox one's concerned. So there is our closed up door. The wheel is really, really nice. I don't think we've seen that wheel on anything. So yet another new wheel. One of my favorite wheels from Majorette. I just think it looks good on pretty much everything. This model is very, very nice, very, very interesting. Still does have lensed headlights, which I'm telling you, man, Majorette doesn't care. They're going to do what they do, and the model is just going to have to deal with it. Yellow on the side looks good. The two-tone paints. Quality's a little bit lacking on this particular model, but it does say ID Buzz underneath your Volkswagen symbol. Tow hitch on the back as well, and then, of course, it does have that opening door, which is very stiff to begin with. So there we go. Get that to slide back. Couple of seats there. Looks pretty good. Once you get the door away from it, it rolls just fine. And eventually it'll get to the point where it just won't stay closed because it'll wear out. Base seats right here. There we go. 1/65th scale for our Volkswagen ID Buzz, which still does have very cool suspension. So it's a pretty decent one. I think we'll put that guy right there. Another brand new casting right here. Yes, the Ford Mustang Dark Horse. Yes, brand spanking new. So Majorette just rolling with the stuff right now. So we'll get this one cracked out of here for our Dark Horse. The print on the top look pretty good. It's kind of a matte finish on top of the gloss. Always like when they do that. The wing in the back is painted black on the top. Taillights look pretty good. There is a Dark Horse symbol in the middle. It does have that ridiculous, cut for the taillights, so that looks pretty good. This is another new wheel. Yes, another new wheel. We have not seen this wheel yet. The giant 5-spoke, which looks good. It actually looks really good on this casting. There is a Dark Horse symbol on the side. Lensed headlights again. It's got a plastic insert for the grille, both top and bottom. That is not details in the casting. It's actually separate pieces. So that's very, very, very interesting. And then it does have opening doors. The doors are pretty big. They open up pretty big. Interior, again, looks pretty good. Not too shabby. It does have a flat bottom steering wheel, which is probably accurate. Suspension on there, although the wheel travel is pretty much non-existent. And then there, of course, is the base deets with no more scaling. So if you guys liked the scaling for Majorette, it's gone. It's gone. No more. 2025 moving forward is gone. There is no more. All right, latest color of the Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport in yellow. This casting's been around for a little bit now, over a year. And there's about 6 different decos for this one. Make it like 7 now, and then there's another deluxe version out. So this one has always been interesting. I do like the casting. I like how big and wide it is. The doors are ridiculously small. They just don't look right, but that's the way that they did it to make it work. Now, if I remember correctly, the deluxe version has an opening front hood. But this one does not. So this one only has the doors that open up, not the third opening item right there. Number 16 on the front, lens headlights again. Bugatti symbol in there. It says Bugatti on the top of the wing. Quality's not that great. It's not bad, but it's not that great. And then details in the back, your EB Bugatti. The taillight strip looks pretty decent. Suspension on this. Pretty sure we've seen this wheel. Yeah, it's the same wheel we saw on the Alpha. It's just the doors are just small. The doors are just really, really small. But it's the only way they can make it work. They just had to make the doors small. So it's just weird. It's just weird. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Base seats right here. 1/65th scale. And you can see how unbelievably wide this model is. Which is, you know, it should be wide. After all, it is a Bugatti. All right, the very last premium model I have right here. Volvo EX90. Brand spanking new casting as well. I do believe this is a brand spanking new casting. Really excited for this one. I know a lot of guys that I was down there in Albuquerque with might be pretty excited to see a casting like this. This is oh my goodness, look at the details in the back. Look how good this casting is. This casting is just great. EX90 on the back. I know there's a lot of glare. I do apologize for the glare, but look at that. Look how good this casting is. It's like flawless. Oh, it's so good. The proportions are so good. Like this is like a whole different level of Majorette to me. Black painted roof. It's big. It's wide. It's stately. Oh man, it looks so good. Headlights look fantastic. Volvo logo looks good. The wheel choice is perfect. Oh my goodness, look at the base. I just like how simple it is. 1/63rd scale. Maybe this is not brand spanking new, but it's definitely very, very, very new. Like it can't be older than 2014. Interior looks good. Doesn't even have it even has the giant touchscreen in there. That's crazy. This is a really good casting. I'm speechless. That's such a good casting. I can't believe that just happened to be towards the end. Oh, no. We are not done yet because I have 3 more items and they're ridiculously cool. They're ridiculously cool. Oh, yes. Check that out. That is one of those crazy, I think it's India, crazy truck transporters. This is your Isuzu D-Max with the cage on the back. It does come with stickers and stuff on there. There's a turbo and stuff in the back. All about being like, you know, customization. There's black and there's silver. So this one happens to be the black one. I do not have the silver one. So this one kind of separated on its own on the trip. That's perfectly fine. And then I think these are stickers. Probably destroy these getting out of there. Yeah, those are all teeny little stickers. So look at that. I'm sure that actually says something. I'm sure people can read that and understand. But this is something that was available in Australia because Australia gets everything for Majorette, it seems like, which is very interesting. It's very interesting. So nothing particularly fancy on the back. These ones were $12.99. It's about $8.50 or so, almost $9 US, which it's pretty expensive for just one model. So there is our Isuzu D-Max. Yes, the Isuzu pickup truck, a truck that we don't get anything remotely close to in the US because we only get heavy-duty Isuzu trucks now. Details in the back, pretty straightforward. Does say D-Max on there. I love this crazy chrome cage on the back. It's ridiculous. Suspension on it. This is such a cool piece. This is ridiculously cool. This is one of the reasons why I like collecting 1/61st scale. I like just ridiculously weird stuff. This is just like, who would have thought to make this into a diecast model? It's ridiculously cool. Like, I don't care what anybody says. That is a cool piece. But we're not done because I got one more. This one's like a people hauler though. This one's designed to hold people. This one actually comes in 3 flavors. You have white, light blue, and red. So this is the red one. So this one will pop out. It has the same, popping issue. Look at that. It's actually in English. So there you go. You can read that if you want to. Throw that over there. So our D-Max right there, there's a number on there, 1964. And of course, in that script. Couldn't tell you what that is. Somebody can comment down what it is. It says Isuzu on the front with a blacked out grille. Of course, right-hand drive. You see there's 2 bench seats on the inside. And then a place to step up to get into the back. It's just ridiculously cool. It's just ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. I love it. I love every bit about this model. Look at that. It's just really cool. And of course, it's got suspension on it. And dude, these guys, like, a lot of times they'll take these trucks and like super modify them. They put like dualies and stuff on the back of these trucks. They carry like ridiculous loads. They do just crazy stuff. Now, I got one more item that I specifically left till the end. And if you don't watch the whole video, I know it's almost 40 minutes, which is absurd. But you get to miss out on this super cool piece. Now, I don't like the fact of what the car is, but I do like the fact of what it is as a cool piece. Check that out. The Hiace Drift, I think that's how you pronounce it. Hiace Drift, maybe. This is the driver's name right there. This is the R34. Obviously, I'm not a fan of the R34. But this is a really, really cool piece. Now, this has the like removable hood piece, but there's also a piece in the box. And I'm assuming it's probably just another hood. Not really sure what's in the box. We're going to find out what's in the box. What's in the box? Nothing fancy on the back, but look at that. 15 bucks. It's like 10 bucks. It's like $10 for this. This is a relatively expensive piece. But I bet you they sold out of these like crazy down there in Australia. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get this out of here. We'll see what's in the box. Get that out of the box right here. Some in there. We'll get our R34 out. And, of course, it comes with a hood piece. That is the way the R34 is designed. This is metal, so it is designed to have a swappable hood. Maybe it's just a different style of hood. There is the RB26 down in there. Looks good. Looks good. So Hiace Drift there on the top. It's got a bunch of carbon fiber type print on it. Some print on the top of the wing as well. The wheels are really nice. I love the copper color. It looks really good on this. It just looks really good. Now they has rubber tires, so super premium. It just looks a little bit too off-roady. It looks a little bit, a little beefy, for my opinion. And details on the back, full prints done up, GTR. All the good stuff on the side, Motul. Of course, Majorette's on there as well. There's your driver name right behind the window, which is on both sides, I think. Yep. So not too bad of a model. Does have suspension on there as well. So the way that the hood works is it just snaps onto the top. Well, actually, it doesn't even snap on. You just put it on there. So that's what it looks like with the hood on. That looks pretty good. This is a really, really nice model. This is definitely the best the R34 has ever looked. I'm just not a fan of the R34. I just don't like the car in real life. So, and I've seen several R34s in real life. Now, what is in the box? What is in the box? I'm assuming it's just another hood. And that is, in fact, exactly what it is. It comes with 2 hoods. This is not just 2 hoods, though. You can either get the Z-tuned hood, or you can put on just the, if I can hold on to it, you can just put on the normal hood. So you have your Z-Tune hood that's on the right, and then just your regular factory hood, which is on the left. So they have the same prints, just based on what it is. So if we take our other hood, put the other hood on there, that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I would say that the Z-Tune hood's better, clearly, but that's a pretty nice fit. If you just want kind of a stock-looking R34, or if you get one of these to modify, which I would never drill one of these apart, but if you did, you could always use that hood for, whatever you want. So we'll throw that there. With the other hood, the boxes are pointless. We've gone over this too many times. So there you go. That is the ridiculous haul. Thank you for staying with me for the whole 40-minute video. I know it's ridiculous. I try to go through them fast, but I get talking about models. But anyways, very nice, super, super cool Majorette specific special edition diecast haul. Thank you very much, Jackson, for the trades as always. Appreciate doing business with you. You are a absolute essential part of the collector community. So anyways, drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think about these. We'll catch you on the next vid. Peace!